Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. In this video, we're going to take a further look at yield nodes. Now, yield nodes is not something that I've really paid much attention to since last year when the big announcement was made that things would be changing. I kind of thought I'd just leave my balance in there and see what happens. And, you know, in all honesty, I didn't expect much to happen in the way of being able to withdraw that money anytime soon. Now, since putting that video out last week, whilst I was trying to understand what was happening, I've obviously investigated things a little bit further. Plus, I've also had communication with a lot of people who've contacted me via email and via Discord and other platforms. And obviously the comments that were made on the video itself last week. And it seems that there's a lot of mistrust and dissatisfaction with yield nodes. You know, there's a lot of negative feelings about yield nodes and about what's happening over there. Now, most of the video content I've seen on yield nodes has been from the channel Crypto Yields UK, which is presented by somebody called Liam, who I don't know personally. I don't know anything about him personally. I've got nothing good to say about him other than he presents a good video, and nothing bad to say about him because I don't know him. But what I have kind of figured out over the last week or so is that it seems that that channel is very pro yield nodes and that there's a relationship going on there between Liam and Stefan, the CEO at yield nodes. So it seems like most of those videos are promotional videos, all pointing toward yield nodes future and how big yield nodes pro this enemy will be. I'm doubtful, I'll be honest with you. I don't really know what my feelings are with regards it being a rug pull. Obviously the title of last week's video or the title on the video thumbnail did suggest it could be a rug pull. Obviously that's because that's a question, and it's, you know, thumbnails are designed to kind of grab people's attention. Truthfully, I don't know if it's a rug pull or if it's going to be a slow rug pull, shall we say. Obviously rug pulls are usually like quick from under your feet, but you know, there are these things as slow rug pulls as well. I'm not suggesting that that is the case, but truthfully I don't know what the case is. But things do seem suspicious, I'll be honest with you. That's how I feel about things personally, but I'm not saying one way or the other, you know, that there's any kind of criminality going on here, because I don't know just yet. Now, since the video I put out last week, there was lots of like I say, lots of people contacting me and pointing me in the direction of some information, and a lot of this information is very, very interesting, to say the least. So I think further investigation is required. Now, like I mentioned before about the Crypto Yields YouTube channel, it's all very biased towards, you know, the success of yield nodes and how great it's going to be. So I think we need a voice that's kind of going to look at it with a, you know, from the other side of things, really, and a bit of an open mind, and not, you know, a very biased view on yield nodes. And I'm happy to do that. You know, I'm happy to talk about it in an honest and open way. But that probably does require some help and assistance from some of you guys. So the first thing I want to do is just take a look at this website over here. Let me just get onto that. So it's this yield nodes legal website. So this is I don't know if it's an individual or a group of individuals who are kind of looking at, you know, taking legal action against yield nodes. I'm not sure if the site is currently taking on new people, allowing new people to register with them, I should say. But basically what this is, I think it's kind of going to be like a class action against yield nodes, at least an investigation into yield nodes and where the funds that we invested into yield nodes are at the moment. Now, some people obviously commented last week on the video to say all the funds that we invested into yield nodes were invested into masternodes, and those masternodes were for, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., and because the price of those tokens tanked, a lot of the profits were lost, and a lot of the initial investments were lost as a result of that. I'm dubious about that, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's the case. Obviously, the token prices have come down. Crypto, we have been through this bear market for a long time now, so token prices have come down. But I don't know if what was lost in the price differential of the tokens was greater than what was made prior to that from the investments. I don't know. This is why, audits are required and some kind of transparency is needed in terms of what was invested and what was gained from those investments. There was obviously some kind of audit done last year. A few crypto influencers went over to Malta to do some kind of audit, but I think this was just mere publicity rather than an actual physical audit. I don't think any numbers were ever discussed there. I think it was just a bit of a jolly boys outing, and people like James Pelton, who has gone very, very quiet when it comes to yield nodes now. No surprises there. Saying how great yield nodes was and that kind of thing. So a real proper audit is required, I think, and some kind of transparency in terms of numbers, what was invested and what's been put into the masternodes and what kind of profits were generated, and as a comparison to what the cost, the loss was in terms of token prices and stuff like that. But then a lot of people say that a lot of these funds, if any of the funds, were invested into masternodes at all. There's all sorts of what yield nodes would class as conspiracies. I don't know if they're conspiracies. I don't know if there's any basis to them, any facts at all. And that's why I need the help of some of you guys, people who know, have got more information, who can perhaps contact me. I'll leave my email down below, or you can find it on the About page of my channel anyway. If some of you guys who've got more information that I could potentially look into and bring that information to the public, then that would be really, really helpful. But getting back to this Yield Nodes legal website, it seems like these guys are really looking to take things further and try and get some answers. I think there's a plugin, some kind of plugin that you can download for Chrome that will allow access to your Yield Nodes balance, and it will kind of update on this website so they can get an idea of what's been invested, and you can register your investment with these guys. But like I say, I don't think the website's actually taking new registrations at the moment. There's some links here, submit your data, Discord channel, but you can interact on a Discord channel. It's just general information, a Telegram channel and YouTube. So that's a website that's definitely worth looking into if you're not aware of that website. There's an open letter to Yield Nodes there from the investors. That was dated October 17th. But like I say, it seems like there's not much really happening with this website at the moment. So if you're the owner of this website, or if you know anyone related to this website, then please get in touch and we can discuss things further. The Reddit channel, there's loads of information here. Again, this is all quite anti-yield nodes, so it's not. It's I guess this Reddit subreddit here is kind of as biased, if you like, as the Crypto Yields UK is biased for yield nodes. This is kind of biased against yield nodes, and I kind of want to sit somewhere in the middle, really, and be unbiased, really, if I can, but try and find all the real facts. So this yield nodes subreddit here is definitely worth looking into. One post here that caught my eye this morning was this person here who's listed his yield nodes for sale on Magic Eden, and he's listed them for sale at a fraction of the price. He's listed them at 25% of the value in Ethereum. If anyone wants to buy them, then you can buy them. So obviously you can go to Magic Eden and buy these. Just clicking on the first one here. Where are we at? So this one is valued at €10,139, and he's selling it for 25% of that. I just need to connect my wallet actually so I can see what he's selling it for. Oh, never mind, I can't connect it, but basically he's selling it for 25% of the value. And the same with the second one, he's selling that one at 25% of the value because he just needs the money, like probably a lot of us do. Comments here, wish you the best of luck, etc, etc. And then this comment is of interest. Why does no one on the Yield Nodes team want this simply amazing investment at a massive discount? Fair point. Do you know what I mean? If Yield Nodes are so confident that things are gonna take off again, and you will get the full amount back if you keep hold of your NFT, you will get the full amount back plus 20%. If they're that confident, then why don't some of the team involved, Liam even from Crypto Yields, why don't these guys buy these great bargains? Interesting. Anyway, so that's the Yield Nodes subreddit, worth having a look at. But like I say, it is very anti-yield nodes, so we do need kind of a fair perspective, really, both sides of the coin. So the other thing I wanted to take a look at was this email that was sent to me earlier this morning, and I've copied it here into this Word document because I don't want to give the person's email address away by showing you the actual email. But the content of the email says, I think this is a point taken from one of the Yield Nodes emails. We're also collaborating closely with Decenemy to make NFTs tradable on their buy rate decks. I'm not really sure where that point number 4 has come from, but this was the only information I got in the email, so it looks like it's been copied from something else. But then it goes on to say, do you know that the Decenemy and Yield Nodes is exactly the same? Are you aware of the fact that Byrake is fully owned by Urs Schwinger, who's one of the people involved at the top with at Yield Nodes? Byrake is registered in a Chinese offshore entity called, I'm not even going to try and say that, but obviously some Chinese company in Georgia. Perhaps you would like to make a video about the full picture of Yield Nodes stroke Decenemy. It's not the time yet, but think about it. I've thought about it and I would like to make that video if you can give me the information that you say you've got. I will feed you hundreds of documents which will prove the point that Yield Nodes is one of the largest scams out there. Chain analysis only took into account what they could find by forensic chain analysis. There's much more to it. Interesting. Anyway, perhaps we'll talk more in the future. Thanks for the latest video, one of the few which are telling a little bit of the truth. Cheers. So thanks to the person who sent me that. I'm not going to mention his name, but please get in touch again and we can discuss this further. Like I said earlier, I want to take a very impartial view on this. I'm not out to kind of be the next CoffeeZilla. Well, chance would be a fine thing, wouldn't it? Getting some of his views, but we do need to get to the bottom of this. I've got €5,500 stuck in there, which pales in comparison to what some of the other investors have got in Yield Nodes, and some people have probably got less than I've got, but need that money. Now I know people will say, well, you shouldn't have invested if you can't afford to lose it and all that, and that's fine. Losing your investment due to the risk that you knew you were taking is one thing, but losing your investment because of something not related to that original investment is a different matter entirely. So we need to understand this and get to the bottom of it, because from everything I've seen and from everything I've read so far, it does seem like transferring your Yield Nodes balance to this NFT is going to be a really, really bad mistake. Whether that's intentional from Yield Nodes and it's all designed for you to lose your money, not saying it is, so don't sue me, or whether it's unintentional, whatever, I don't know at this moment in time. But I think truthfully, if you transfer that balance you've got in your Yield Nodes account to that NFT, you're really, really giving yourself zero chance of getting any money back. I don't know what the chances of getting any money back are right now by leaving that balance in your Yield Nodes account, but I think by transferring it to that NFT, I think that's a big, big mistake. Personally, don't take my word for it. Don't follow what I'm doing. If you feel like you want to buy that NFT, transfer your balance, and you do what you feel's right for you. But I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. And hopefully some of you guys who know more about these things than I do can contact me, and we can work together and try and get to the bottom of it. So that was that. There was one other thing I wanted to touch on, which was I've already spoken about it. It was the Crypto Yields UK YouTube channel, which I've already mentioned, so don't need to go over that again. That YouTube channel, like I say, is very one-sided. It's almost like a promotional channel for yield nodes, and that's not what we need at the moment. We need some kind of impartial opinion on things. I'm not going to be the naysayer and the voice anti-yield nodes, because I don't know that much about it yet. Maybe that will be the case some point down the line, I don't know, but at the moment I am quite impartial. But from a lot of information I've received, there does seem to be some behavior going on there that I'm not entirely happy with, and I want to find out more about this, look into it further, and find a way for you and I to kind of get some of our investments back. If not all of it, then at least part of it. I don't see any reason at the moment why monies can't be paid out. It's all well and good yield nodes giving us 5% profits every quarter or something, but what is that's just the number on screen. We're not actually getting any money. Being all excited about receiving 5% it's pointless when you're not able to withdraw any funds. So we need to be able to at least get some of our funds out, whether it's 5% a month, 10% a quarter, whatever it is, I don't know, but we need to, as a group, as a community, try and find a way forward so that people are getting money instead of having this, these false promises and paper certificates or digital certificates even handed over to us. It's laughable. It's disgusting, and something needs to be done. So with your help, guys, I will do what I can with my YouTube channel. I'll do what I can with the contacts I've got across YouTube and in real life. But I do need the assistance of you guys to send me information, give me, what you can to assist in this, and let's work together and see what we can do to kind of get a positive outcome for all of us. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope together we can kind of get a positive outcome. I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and see you soon.